Hello, everybody. My name is Eddie Cole, and welcome to Foxway Gaming. We are today playing Train on CS:GO.
Sup?
Yes, Tony is here with me.
Yeah, you're not just playing alone on Foxway Gaming. That's just basically your channel.
Mm.
I just realized that this is kind of like a second podcast almost, because well, this is a podcast where something actually happens. Because basically we never talk about the game itself.
Mm.
Although this time I might actually have something sensible to say about Foxway Studios
Oh,
instead of
really?
just rambling about basically nothing.
All right. Well, you can already start. I'm already in the game.
Oh, fantastic! I'm still loading.
Oh, uh,
Ah, shit!
this is
Yeah, I
awkward.
see
That was not. No.
it.
Are you?
Yeah.
Is it still loading for you?
Yes.
Okay. So I accidentally went into competitive, and that kind of we like to play death matches. Plus, I think that for some reason competitive doesn't even work anymore because your rank is 1 and you need rank 2 to play
Oh.
uh on competitive. I don't even think you
Well, how
can.
do you get to rank 2 if you can't play competitive?
Yeah, like you can play it, but you're just stuck on the waiting uh
No.
thing.
Okay. Well,
Okay, now
well,
now
now getting fast.
yeah, now I'm here to.
Still in the warm-ups.
Yep.
I don't recall getting in this fast. Okay, well, like yeah, I said Foxway Studio stuff. Uh, well, as you may have heard in the couple of gaming episodes we had a bit of a halt in production since it's been hard to travel. Well, first of all, COVID got worse in and around KC, and also I had work and school on top of each other, so and everybody else had stuff going on as well. So it was pretty hard. Now COVID's easing up again, and I've got less school stuff to worry about now. I have some summer shit to do, but they're basically months away anyway, and there's just very little work to do. So I don't have to worry about that. The only thing I have to worry about now is work and making those schedules work with traveling to KC. So basically, every time that I can make that happen, we can film something. So that's well, it's good news. And yeah, it's looking a little better now. And we have some plans set in motion, but the only thing left to do is basically to just set the date, which is like usually the hardest part to schedule. But nowadays we have gotten pretty good at that. Like you can admit, in the early days, especially of me living further away, that was kind of hard. But you get used to it, and you kind of learn how everybody moves around basically, like you know when to expect somebody be around, and then you can schedule it better without even asking first. So yeah, it's looking a lot better schedule wise, and I just hope that we can get back to active production soon. But I've been working on Civil War 5, which is due out this month. I haven't set the date yet, but later this month anyway. And I told you earlier that I've done half of the editing, but I actually surprised myself, and I basically had edited the whole thing, and it's just the rest of the effects that remain. So that's coming along nicely. And no announcement yet for July's release, but um, I guess Eddie said this in some of his video, but we are trying to have a YouTube wide release for the Iridescent in August, but that's no promise. Of course, depends on if we can actually stick to the filming schedule and make those dates work, as said. And yeah, that's the official news. But I can also say that I've been doing some more pre-production work on some of the bigger titles to be released later this year and early next year, or next year anyway. So I've been working on the fourth George Whitebrook film. The script is coming along pretty nicely for Always Secret, and it's an interesting story, and it's kind of the closing chapter of Whitebrook in the 60s. It's set in 1969, around the time frame of the moon landing. So yeah, that's something I hope I hope you guys are looking forward to as much as I am. And then not much to say about it other than that pre-production has started pretty well on the Club 2, which is set to be released sometime next year. But yeah, besides those, there's a lot of like little plans and stuff like that, but nothing set in stone yet. But we are going to stick to that monthly schedule as good as we can, so you can still expect quite a lot of releases besides the ones mentioned. Now you talk.
Yeah, as you mentioned, I probably most people who watch these videos are not familiar with probably even my channel. But yeah, as you said, well, first of all, I revealed, although I shouldn't have, I revealed the release date or the release month of Iridescent, although I wasn't really allowed to
And it's
on
not set in stone anyway.
on a stream. And on the stream I also kind of talked about the whole what's been going on currently. It's not even that only you have like lots of things to do, but it's that everyone has a lot of things
Yeah,
because uh well, I of course won't get into details, but Thomas, Eric, and Nathan have for this month they have lots of uh
yeah.
things
There's a
to
lot.
do with which I am a part of.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on, and you guys don't even include me. It's
Yeah.
not that I could be involved, but
Yeah.
yeah, it's everybody's of course got a lot to do, and I guess that's just adulting.
Yeah.
Basically, the only constant is Alex, who himself
Mm,
has quite a lot of stuff to do, but he just, well, I think he's just great with time, and then again, he has a lot of time.
mm,
But yeah, he's very reliable.
yeah.
Just and huge props to everybody, really, like for making time. Like I know it's not easy. I know, like I probably, since I live this far away and you know have a lot of shit to do. It's a huge thing to like organize everything, but like everybody else still makes the time for it. And I remember one time I told Nathan about a filming date I was planning on, and he immediately took out his phone, opened his calendar, and just I'm not sure if I once saw him remove something from the day I suggested and just replace it with our filming date. But I've seen him many times just pull out his phone and immediately type down the date for his calendar and just make the time of the day. And
Yeah.
it's really cool, and I don't require that of anyone. It's just intense and amazing how like how we can do this professionally at this amateur level.
Yeah, the story you mentioned about Nate, it actually brings to me another story. Do you remember like when I don't remember what we were recording, but
Filming.
filming, filming, uh, and you tried to like get Nate, and he was like pretty sick
Oh
and
yeah,
stuff, but
yeah,
he was still like, yeah, I'm coming, but didn't we like put a stop to it? Like,
yeah. We were filming Smith and Jones,
oh yeah,
and it was at the time that COVID had kind of died down, but then it kind of slowly started picking up again. Last summer, we were filming the first episode of Smith and Jones, and he was supposed to play the bodyguard of the villain
yeah,
in that episode. So the day before, we had agreed that he would come play the guy, and we had set a time. I think it was like 1 p.m. or something, and the clock was way past 1 p.m. and I hadn't heard anything from him. And usually Nate, before he comes in, he checks with me if he has everything or if he has to pick up anything else or bring any like specific clothes or props or stuff like that. I hadn't gotten that message, but we were busy filming, so I didn't check back with him. So then I called the dude and I woke him up, and he's just like, "Oh man, I totally forgot. I slept in. I have a fever. I have a flu. What's the time? I'll get dressed and I'm on my way." And I was like, "No man, you don't need to come if you have the flu."
yeah,
And we were, well, I was kind of, well, back then everyone was kind of like when if somebody had the flu, of course it's COVID, but it wasn't in his case. But we were kind of like, okay, well, you don't need to come, and he wouldn't have needed to come anyway in that shape. But oh man, I didn't get to see my chickens.
oh, damn.
But yeah, that's story time.
Yeah. Yeah, once again, thanks for everybody who's been watching. I will see you next time, and goodbye.
Bye bye.